Welcome to Physics Pathfinder. In my previous sessions, I was discussing about the common terms used in motion in one dimension. Already we have discussed distance traveled, displacement, and also speed. As I have told you, speed is defined as the distance traveled by a body in unit time, and we have also learned that speed is a scalar quantity. Now, we have even learned about the types of speed. Which are the types of speed? We have uniform speed and non-uniform speed. And even I told you about instantaneous speed, where the speed will be changing at every instant. Now, wherever variable speed is there, variable speed or non-uniform speed, then what happens? You can calculate the average speed. So, what is the formula to calculate average speed? Average speed will be equal to total distance traveled by total time taken. Now, for example, as we have learnt in non-uniform speed, suppose if the body is covering first 10 meters in 2 seconds, next 15 meter again in 2 seconds, again 30 meter in 2 seconds. Then every time if you calculate the speed, then what happens? Speed is distance by time. 10 by 2, this will be 5 meter per second. This will be 15 by 2. It will be 15 by 2 is 7.5 meter per second, and here 30 by 2, 30 meter by 2 seconds, it will be 15 meter per second. Now here you can observe that the speed is changing. It is a variable speed. Now in such cases, you can calculate the average speed. Now average speed formula, as I have written, it is total distance traveled. Now what is the total distance traveled? It is 30 plus 10, 40, 55 meters. So 55 meters is the total distance traveled. And what is the total time taken? It is 6 seconds. Now if you just simplify this 55 by 6, then 6 9 times 54, 0.9.1 something like that meter per second you will get. So this is how you have to calculate the average speed of a body. Now these are the various types of speed. Now coming to the next common term, that is velocity. Velocity is defined as rate of change of displacement. Velocity is defined as rate of change of displacement. Now displacement, already we have learnt, it is nothing but the shortest distance between the final position and initial position, and I have told you that displacement is a vector quantity. So here you must remember that even velocity will be a vector quantity, because there will be a specified direction when you are talking about displacement of a body. Therefore velocity will be equal to displacement by time taken. So this will be the velocity formula. Now displacement, again we know that it is measured in meters according to standard international, and time is measured in seconds. So the units of velocity will be meter per second only, and you should remember that velocity is a vector quantity, because displacement, whenever we talk about this term, then we are specifying the direction. So velocity is nothing but speed, but it is speed in a particular direction. Speed in a particular direction will become velocity. If you are not mentioning the direction, then it becomes speed. And also you must remember that the units for velocity is meter per second. Now as I have told you about the various types of speed, even in velocity also you have uniform velocity, you have variable velocity, now uniform velocity means what? Again in this case also the velocity will remain constant, means the body will have equal displacement in equal intervals of time. Then the velocity is said to be uniform. If the displacements covered by the body, or you can tell distance also, if the distance covered by the body is different in equal intervals of time in a particular direction, then the velocity becomes variable. So this is about the types of velocity. Which are the two types of velocities? Uniform velocity and variable velocity, or you can just call it as non-uniform velocity also. So what is the main difference between velocity and speed? It is, velocity is nothing but speed only, but we are specifying the direction. And one more thing you have to remember, speed is a scalar quantity, whereas velocity is a vector quantity. Now, sometimes what happens, whenever the body is traveling, in many cases, velocity can be zero, velocity can be positive, velocity can be negative also, because sometimes when a body is traveling, its velocity might increase or its velocity might decrease. Even when you are going on a two-wheeler or in a four-wheeler, your velocity will be changing, and remember that the velocity can be zero, positive or negative, but the speed is always positive. So some differences you have to remember. You can compare both speed and velocity. First point, what? Speed is a scalar, velocity is a vector. Now what is the second difference? Speed is a distance by time taken. There is no mention in direction. Here it is displacement by time taken. Speed is always positive, but velocity can be zero, positive or negative. So these are some of the differences you should note between speed and velocity. Next we shall learn about the next common term, that is acceleration. So next common term we shall study now, that is acceleration. Now acceleration is defined as rate of change of velocity. Acceleration is defined as rate of change of velocity. Now suppose a body is at rest. This is a body and it is at rest. Then what will be its velocity here? Its velocity will be equal to 0. Now this velocity we call it as initial velocity. Means at the beginning the velocity will be equal to 0. If the body starts moving, then the body will have certain velocity. Suppose I will call this initial velocity as u. Then its velocity changes. I will call this velocity as v. That is called final velocity. It can be anything. It can be 5 meters per second or 10 meters per second. So here you can observe that there is a change in the velocity. And whenever there is change in velocity, time will be running out. In a given time, the velocity changes from u to v. What is u? U is initial velocity and v is final velocity. Now, this rate of change of velocity. Rate means with respect to time. So, change of velocity by time taken. You should remember that whenever there is change in velocity, there will be time running out. So, change in velocity by time taken is called acceleration. Now change in velocity means what? Change in velocity is nothing but final velocity minus initial velocity. So final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken is nothing but acceleration. So this is the formula you have to remember for acceleration. It is nothing but change in velocity by time taken, or simply you can define it as rate of change of velocity. Now if you observe the numerator speaks about velocity only. This bracketed term is nothing but change in velocity. So in the numerator you have velocity, in the denominator you have time. So velocity, what will be the units? velocity units will be meter per second, and the time units will be seconds. Now with this you can just come to know what will be the units for acceleration. Acceleration will be equal to meter per second, that will be equal to meter per second square. You can even write it as ms to the power minus 2 and should be read as meter per second square or meter per second square. So this will be the standard international units for acceleration. So remember, acceleration is nothing but a rate of change of velocity. So in our daily life, we come across various situations wherever sometimes velocity can be increasing, sometimes velocity can be decreasing. Sometimes velocity will remain constant also. So a body can be traveling with a uniform velocity. In such cases, what happens to the acceleration? The acceleration will be zero. If the velocity is increasing, then what happens? Acceleration will be there for the body. The body will have acceleration, and this acceleration is called positive acceleration or just acceleration if the velocity is increasing. Sometimes what happens? Velocity can be decreasing also. If velocity is decreasing, then the body will have negative acceleration. A moving body can come to rest. Then initially the body is moving with some 10 meters per second and it comes to rest. Then its final velocity becomes zero. In such cases, the body will have negative acceleration. So negative acceleration is also called retardation. So the body retards. This is another term we have to remember for negative acceleration. If velocity is constant, then what happens? Acceleration will be zero. So remember, acceleration is nothing but change in velocity by time delta. Here I am just discussing about the horizontal motion of bodies. So if the body is going in a horizontal direction, then we call it as acceleration. We often see in our daily life that many objects will have vertical motion also. So suppose you will project a ball upwards or a body is thrown down to the earth. Then here what type of motion is taking place? Linear motion only is taking place, but it is vertical motion. And we know that the earth attracts all the bodies towards its center, and there is the force of gravity which is exerted by the earth. The force of gravity is given by F is equal to mg formula, where m is the mass of the body, g is gravity. Okay, now the earth will be exerting the force of gravity on all the bodies. Whether you throw a body upwards, then also it reaches a certain height and again it comes back to the ground only. If you drop an object from a certain height, then it will come back to the ground, reach the ground. In both the cases, the body is traveling under the influence of gravity. So it will be vertical motion. Now, when the body is traveling towards the earth, suppose I drop this pen from a certain height, then initially what will be the velocity of this pen? Its velocity will be zero. Now, when I drop this pen, as the pen reaches the ground, its velocity goes on increasing. Now, if the velocity increases, then what I have told it is nothing but acceleration or positive acceleration. So the body will have acceleration. And this acceleration, why the body will have acceleration? Because the earth is exerting gravitational force on the body. So this acceleration is called acceleration due to gravity. So you must remember that all freely falling bodies will have acceleration. And what is this acceleration called? This is called acceleration due to gravity. Now, this acceleration due to gravity will be there at all places on the earth because earth will be exerting gravitational force. But the magnitude of acceleration due to gravity will change from place to place on the earth because of the geode shape of the earth. So now we shall know what will be the average value of G on the earth.